Well, long before children produce their first words, they produce longer stretches of sounds that are not easily recognizable as words. And we at least know that there are two types of babbling strategies. One of them is what we call investigative or non-communicative babbling, and it's typically what children do while they are playing alone with their toys, and basically when they are not in contact with parents or educators. And they have, this type of babbling has a some prosodic characteristics that are different from communicative babbling, and they are typically long stretches of vowels and consonants, and they're very low pitch, normally not very high pitch range, and it tends to go something like this. And by contrast, communicative babbling is generally produced and starts between 9 and 10 months of age, and it is produced while children are in contact with their parents in contact situations, and it has prosodic characteristics that are different from investigative babbling, in the sense that children produce shorter vowels and consonants, and also they have higher pitch. And it is interesting to note that it is precisely this type of communicative babbling that is attached to gesture, basically to pointing gestures in communicative settings. Yeah, we know that babbling is an important precursor of later language development, and we know that all children need to go through this stage of babbling in order for them to develop normally. So some research has shown that when children relate communicative babbling to pointing gestures, this can be a precursor for lexical abilities later in their lives. I would say that parents need to be attentive to the production of communicative babbling by the children, and try to communicate with them after they do these communication patterns. It's actually shown that parents that do that really promote and continue communicating after their children start babbling, are really promoting language development and lexical development. For example, when you see a 9-month-old producing a pointing gesture and producing some ta or pa vocalization, it is advisable that you continue this interaction and, for example, name that object and say, oh, how nice it is, and so that you can really promote communication.